Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing well. So in this reading I'm going to hone in on AI in terms of predictions. Those of you who've been watching my global predictions over the past year or so will know that AI has come through quite a lot. And I've said about it changing rapidly and maybe taking over in the future. And obviously it came in very quickly and it has been implemented but also changed very quickly, as I said. So I was right on that one. I feel it's going to change even more so in the future. I'm also basing this on experience, by the way. Something happened recently that I think happened for a reason, so that's why I'm sharing this on a platform, I'm not going to name it, where I remember last year you could just go on the chat, you know, in the corner, you get the chat, and speak to an agent. But now on there, it's just AI. And obviously you get the generic script come up, so it doesn't really help in terms of certain scenarios. So then when you call them, you also get AI, and it just gives you again the script, and then it said, would you like me to send you this in a text or an email? And you have to say after the tone, text or email, you know, and then it does it. It automatically sends you whatever it is you're talking about, you know, as a document, for example. Then after that, it said, can I help with anything else? There you can say, chat to an agent, and it puts you through to a human being. But it's harder now to communicate with a person in terms of customer services. It's not just that platform, I know it's on other ones as well. Have any of you experienced this? And it was interesting because when I got off the phone to that person, I was thinking about it and reflecting, and I just thought, wow, what would happen if they completely eliminated the human customer service agents in that scenario? Well, to be honest, I would be screwed, as would other people. There'd be pandemonium because, as a lot of you will know, in certain situations you need a human to interact and look over it, you know, the fine details where it doesn't fit into one category in particular. You know, you get people trying to play the system, for example, and they're being dishonest. So you need like a mediator to come in, you know. So what would happen if it's all AI, if AI takes over? So that's what led me to do this reading and just ask that question. Will AI take over? Are we going to have humanoids in the future? You know, because I think that's the way they want it to go. And I just want to put out there my opinion on this. Share yours in the comments as well. If that's the way it's going on these platforms, that's really not a good thing at all. You still need that human element, you know. So yeah, you know, that there needs to be like a balance. I think I've said that in previous readings. So anyway, with some tarot, we're going to ask that question about AI in this reading. Will it take over the world? It's already taking over jobs, certain jobs, and that's going to happen more, I feel, as well. But let's just see what we get with cards. Wow, well, I'm just going to stop there a moment because we've got an ace, and an ace can mean yes. Also, 6 of Wands can mean yes. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is something secure, solid. So it's a positive sign, firstly, but also, because I read cards intuitively, as some of you will know, we've got a human hand here. So I'm seeing that as there being a balance still, you know, there being humans behind it, potentially. And also, in this card, with the triangles upward and downward, I'm seeing that as like a balance that happens, which I really do agree that we need. You know, you can't just let it take over completely, can you? So it could be okay. It might take over, but we'll still have some human minds, hopefully, behind it. Let's just go a bit deeper. Wow. We've got 3 major arcana that came out first of all, which can indicate a major change that could happen. We've got justice though in the middle, so again that feeling of balance coming through. We might need to be patient during this transition, but behind it, you see, we've got the Emperor, that a lot of you will know comes out in a lot of my readings. That energy behind the scenes that's making things happen. Now, I feel this is the energy I've spoken about, again in previous readings, that comes in, and because he looks a bit like a ruler, actually, in this card, and it can be someone in authority, someone who tries to take over. There's something new that comes in, and this Emperor's behind it. I feel he's already behind it. That's why things have been happening so rapidly. I feel, because also we've got the Moon at the bottom of the deck, something going on behind the scenes. Yeah, again, there's someone behind it in particular. The sun there is being blacked out, so I take that as something a bit dark. But then this card shows balance in the end. So yeah, I feel there is an agenda in terms of this speeding up, this energy potentially taking over. We've got 2 aces showing yes in this reading as well, and 3 major arcana showing there could be a drastic change in terms of AI. I've got to say, with Strength Emperor, I'm getting like someone who wants to overpower, you know, control all. Minds as well, you know. But if everything is controlled by robots, as they AI, as I said, there's going to be unfairness. And I'm just being guided to these scales that are slightly unbalanced here. So yeah, could be a bit shaky. Let's just clarify anything else, this stuff behind the scenes, anything else around that. Yeah, we've got definitely some talks here, meetings, things going on. Things have been going on, changes have happened quickly. There's also some anger from some people about this. And some endings have happened. I feel that's end of jobs for some people. Wow, behind, bottom of the deck rather, it says enemy. And this is the same as this card. Wow. Yeah, so the balance of light and dark is still happening, it would seem. Some people are not happy about this because some people, I'm just hearing, have been working on this and now they're seeing where it could go. I'm talking like technical people, for example. You know, they know where, you know, what could happen potentially if it all got out of control. I do feel though with justice that things will balance out in the end, even if things do get a bit shaky for a while. You know, fairness, ethical, you know, being ethical in decisions. So yeah, we just might need to be patient, as we had with the Strength card there. This battle, I feel it's like been going on behind the scenes in certain companies and platforms, but some of those platforms could be the ones that go down, which obviously I've said about before, you know, the system collapsing, because if it does get taken over, okay, yeah, that's just coming through now. Channeled, yeah. If some do get completely taken over, they could go down. That's what I'm feeling here. I'm going to pull an oracle as well, with anything else we may see about the potential future. Wow, everyone. Okay, we've got balance will be restored. So that links to what I said with the Justice card. So yeah, it could get a little bit fiery, you know, things coming to the surface potentially, but balance will be restored in the end. And we've also, okay, wow, we've got two master numbers, 22, 33. So I'm getting a transition and also like soul lessons, soul growth in the collective. With Kundalini rising, this is what some will go through. And you literally feel it up your spine, like this sensation, tingling, awakening in the collective. It says ignite your passion for life. So it's going to be a positive thing for some, I feel, in terms of their awakening to what's been going on. And in terms of what happens, some people may go within, have a dark night of the soul, which I'm seeing with that one, soul fragments. Wow, everyone, okay, I didn't know that was below there, dark night of the soul. Goodness, well that certainly was a prediction from me, saying that and then it being there. Yeah, it says life brings new meaning. Yeah, so it's a positive thing for the collective if this happens, if there are like job losses, for example, or things come to light in terms of this deception. It's a good thing because it gets people reflecting, you know, like I said, I have been going within. What I'm also getting is people with this passion starting new things. new ventures, which links to the Ace of Wands. This can speak about inspiration, passion, new ideas, new ventures, new platforms, new way of doing things, innovation, you name it. So in the end, for humanity, what might look like chaos and destruction, 'cause I'm kind of seeing that like the Tower, could end up being good for soul, like soul growth and humanity, the dark night of the soul. And that's 11. Wow, 11, 22, 33. That's amazing, everyone. Okay, so it's ended up being a positive message, thankfully. But I really wanted to look into that. I'm glad I have done as well. I'm actually going to follow this on for members, by the way, with some more questions, like I've done with this, with the tarot, around AOA. And members, if you put any questions you have in the comments of those readings, I'll do a follow-on reading for you as well. So I'll see some of you over there. If you'd like to join the view, please do, to show your support, either on Patreon or here for members of my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you've enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you all very soon.